What up, everybody? Jesse Morris right here. Just want to come at you and talk to you guys a little bit about getting help with domestic violence and dealing with narcissists. Okay, a lot of people are victims of abuse, and for what I've been doing a lot lately is making these videos like y'all know, and also been talking to different people in different support groups all around. People in this country, all around the nation, and also all around the world, having conversations and seeing what goes on. And what I've been realizing is a lot of these patterns that these narcissists have of abuse, they all basically play from the same playbook. Okay, it's weird how similar so many stories are. I'm talking about thousands of different people that I've read or many people that I've talked to and exchanged messages with. And it's like, wow, it's pretty crazy. It almost seems like all these narcs or all these abusers go to a freaking meeting where only they know about, and they plan on how they're going to abuse people and come at them. They all do the same thing or very similar things, okay? It's ridiculous. But what I've also noticed is that there's a lot of people coming out and talk about it, which is good, and people need to do that. There's a lot of people that are still stuck either in the relationship or they're still stuck in like the victim mentality. You know what I mean? That they say, what do I do? What's going on? How do I handle this? You know what I mean? Or can you give me advice? I've had people hit me up on, and comment on my videos saying, hey, I'm lost, man. Can you just help me? And I'm like, my heart goes out to those people, and I try and give the best advice I can. I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm just a guy who's dealt with narcissistic abuse and domestic violence from somebody, and I want to speak up and get the message out. But, when one person actually questioned me on this, so wow, you're making videos, you've been, you've been narc-free for whatever, over 6 months. That's a little soon, don't you think? I was like, yeah, but I've also dedicated a lot of countless hours and time to educating myself so I can make more sense of it, and also in turn so I could help others to free themselves from any type of abuse they're going with in a relationship. Any type, could be your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, or a friend or whatever, family member that you're dealing with abuse from. And I said, and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? That was kind of a messed up statement to say to me. I wasn't offended, but I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I was with a narc for almost 3 years. I've got 3 years of straight up experience of dealing with one. Okay, there's some people who've been there in the situation even longer, but I saw the whole process from the beginning phase to become everything say she was everything I wanted, to putting that projection out there that she was the woman that I wanted to be with, to living through it, dealing with the abuse and all that stuff, and then finding out it was all a lie and it was all the way that she preyed on me, because they prey on people who are empaths and have empathy towards other people, but also that people who've also been traumatized before. Now, I lost my wife, years ago, and I had been single for a few years. I wasn't desperate by any means. I had dated people, went out with people, whatever. But when she came being peaceful and, hey, I'll be, I love you. I'll be there for you. I'm here for you, doing everything right, sucking up to the family, sucking up to my children, saying she loved them. I saw the whole process, and I was like, you know what? I've got, over 3.5 years of experience dealing with a narc, and then breaking up, and the phase that comes after that when they're still trying to control you afterwards. And, I want to encourage people out there that have questions. What do I do? Listen, you need to act and do something. Okay, we need to fight back against domestic violence and against narcissistic abuse, okay? And if you guys don't know exactly the meaning of those terms, I suggest you look them up, okay? Because it's very important, and the cycles are actually really go hand in hand, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But there's a lot of avenues out there to help you. You need to get out, number one. Now, some people can get out quick. Some people don't have the financial means to get out really quickly. They need to save up, and play it quiet like I did. And get on out of there. Don't say nothing about your plans. They will ruin their plans if they know anything. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of narc. Okay? You better believe that one. Okay? You can't trust them with any secrets, especially if you plan to do something that's going to empower you, that's going to protect you. You know what I mean? They are going to do everything, and I do mean everything in their power to ruin it. They do not care. There is no ceiling. There is no length they will not go to ruin you. They do not care. Trust me. Trust me. Okay, my narc stole my late wife's ashes, okay, and still hasn't given them back to me and my children. They are disgusting people. They are vile. Okay, they are vile. And she was also a drug addict, okay, on top of that. So put all that, and I had a pretty big of a cocktail of a person to deal with. Okay, and I had to climb through a huge mess, and if you guys want to see that, go check out my other videos and check them joints out, and you'll see my whole story as my progression as I've gone on and the advice I'm giving to help people. But you guys need to know there's help out there. There's people who have been through it. Don't just go to these support groups. It's cool to have those. That's what's up. Okay. But also you have to actually act and make the steps to free yourself from their abuse, because it is a cycle that will not stop until you get away from this person. You have to get away from them and go no contact. Doesn't matter what they say or what they do. They are going to try to come right back at you. And if you get away from them and you go back, it's only for them to suck you back in, to hoover you back in, to abuse you even more. And they're going to abuse you actually even worse, because they're going to make you pay for when you left them. Okay, so now they owe you. That, you one up them. They can't let that slide. They can't let that go. They need to teach you, in their minds, their crazy warped minds, that you don't do this to me, and you're going to pay for for leaving me, and you're going to pay even worse than you did last time. Okay. So my advice to some people out there is go check out the domestic violence advocates in your local area. They have plenty of resources that help people. Okay. Not only that, they can hook you up with free lawyers, but also help get you funding, get you housing. They actually work with the Department of Justice. Did you guys know that? The Department of Justice has an emergency fund that they actually will give the advocates in your area to help you get up and actually move and leave the state. Okay? And you can get out of that situation, or to move to a different part of your town, or a different part in your state, because you want to get away from these people and help you. They can even help help look for jobs and stuff like that. Okay? With childcare. Some people, I read something about some woman, and she wanted to leave her narc, and she couldn't afford to leave, but she was afraid to leave her pets. And I told her to get with the advocates, and there's places or there's shelters that will actually let you have your pets. Or if you can get out and get a whole place completely and be free from them, bring your pets with you. A lot of people love their pets, you know what I'm saying? So that, so you can be able to take care of them. But you got to take care of yourself. You got to stand up and fight back and be proactive, okay? I left. I filed my order, met with the domestic violence advocates. They helped me out, got me a free lawyer. Everything that she did, I stayed one step ahead of her. Like I said in my old video, she tried to get my kids taken away. Well, there was a phone call made, and her kids actually got taken away. So I was like, she's coming at me like this, and I'm a good dude. I don't have anything on my record. I was working at my job for 11 years, you know what I mean? And try to get my kids and my brother's kids taken away. Well, guess what? There was an anonymous phone call that got her kids taken away. You know why? Because she was an abuser. She was an addict, okay? She was violent. It wasn't hard to prove that. It just wasn't. You got to catch these people red-handed and be slick about it. That's just how it go, okay? But you need to understand there's avenues out there. Tell a family friend, okay? Or if someone's pointing out abusive signs to you, listen to them. Listen to them and take it into consideration. Take a step back outside of yourself. It wasn't until I got through this and what I was going through. I'm still, I'm not going through it. It's not weight on me. But the experience I had dealing with this person, until I stepped back, I could really see, wow, this was this phase. This was a love bombing phase. You know what I mean? This was this phase when she was gaslighting me. This was this phase when she's being abusive to me. This is, you know what I mean? You could step back and you can actually see it for what it is. And there's people who've been stuck in these relationships with people for, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years, losing years of your life. You understand, you need to get off your butt and you need to do something. Don't just talk about it. Don't just vent about it. Those are great things to do, but you need to do something about it. Okay? You're getting beaten up. Hey, well, maybe you should go to the cops. Maybe you should catch the person and go to the cops. You know what I'm saying? Catch them on video. You know what I'm saying? Or have witnesses. Okay? Don't make excuses for them. Hold them accountable, because what they are going to do is they are going to, even if you don't catch them red-handed and catch them off guard, they're going to take everything and flip it on you. And they're going to project it on you. And they will even take, everything that they did, and they'll make it seem like you did it and lie to everybody else and make everyone look at you like you crazy. Okay? You have to have a strong character. I said that in my other video before. Stand in your character. If you have a good character and people know you and know your personality, they'll disregard what the narc says. But they will put it out there. And all they'll have left is their little flying monkeys that, do their bidding for them, talking crap about you and making posts. Pay them no mind. Okay? You need to learn these narcs, and now's the time to do it. Okay? And you need to free yourself from this stuff. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. If someone doesn't agree, well, I really like him. Well, you really know the real him. Or you really know the real her. Okay? So you need to take the steps to get away from the situation. Don't just talk about it. Don't dwell about it. Don't depend on everyone to sit there and feel sorry for you. You need to get off your butt and do something, and people will help you. If you want to get out, hey, I need help. I need to get out of this relationship. This person is dangerous. They're harming me and doing this stuff. Your friends that love and care about you will help you. Okay? These organizations that they have out there, you know what I mean? They will help you. That's what they are made for. That's what they do. They help people who deal with exactly what you're dealing with. Okay, they specialize in that. They're there for you. Use them. They will help. I am proof of that. I am nowhere near my narc. Okay, nowhere near, and has no idea where I am. And I will keep it that way. Okay, so you guys need to understand that, and it takes a little courage, okay, and to be brave to do that, but you need to do that, to speak up for yourself and take the right actions and take the right course to free yourself from any abuse, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, because we know they do a mind screw on us. All the crap that they say, try to create a false sense of our reality. Okay, but that's all a covering, because they don't want to unmask who they are and what they're responsible for. Okay, and they will destroy you, and they will stop at nothing. I still believe these people are evil, and there's demonic stuff that goes on with narcissists and people who abuse people. I absolutely believe that. Okay, they will stop at nothing. There is no boundary. There is no ceiling. There is no stoplight. They do not care. It's almost like they're soulless. Okay, so you need to understand, be proactive, get back, do what you got to do, get on your feet, strike first. Strike first, get away from them. Don't wait for them to do something for you to do something. You need to do something beforehand. Stay proactive, stay 1, 2, 3, like I said before, 4 steps ahead of them. Okay, so stand up for yourself and do something about it. Don't just play the victim. Be the survivor you are, or be the strong person, and use your experience to help others and move yourself forward and move other people forward. Okay, you can do it. You have the strength. You have the support. Okay, you will be a better person for it, and you will learn from this, and you will grow, and you'll have peace in your life not dealing with a person like that. Okay, so please understand this. Fight back. We are not going to sit here and do nothing. I will open my mouth and I will speak to everybody I need to speak to and say to everyone who I need to say and tell them my story and encourage them and empower them, and that's what I've been doing. All over the internet, I've been doing that, tagging my videos everywhere, talking to people, sharing my videos. People coming to me and asking me for advice now because I have a handle on it. I have a handle on it, and I choose not to be a victim. I choose not to be a victim. I choose to live my life and be the child of God that He wants me to be, and be strong and help other people. But don't just stand there and do nothing. You stand there and do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Please believe that. Like, comment, share. You're welcome.